seeing here is actually pretty decent. I think if we did like a $15 buy-in next time or a $20 buy-in, it'll be a little better. Okay, guys, jumping into the first game of the KSK Invitational semifinals. Spawning in the bottom left-hand side of the map is the red Protoss Skeleblade. Sorry, there we go, Skeleblade. And his opponent, the orange Protoss, spawning on the top right-hand side of the map, is JR Blitz. Pretty standard openings for both of these guys. They're just going to work their way up to Gateway. They're not doing anything fancy. We're not seeing any early gases from either one of them. Now, this is a best of 5 between these competitors. Ooh, double Gateway going down there. Now, Skeleblade is aware of this. He has sent his probe out across the map. This was an earlier scout, and that may have actually paid off, if you can believe it. Seeing the second gateway, he can already prepare for a little bit of an early aggression. He is just opting to still drone up, maybe wall off his ramp a little bit. We are seeing the first Zealot being produced for Skeleblade. Skeleblade is obviously trying to defend or get a basic defense out for his ramp. Cybernetics core coming down here from JR Blitz. So with this double gateway with Cybercore, we're expecting to see Stalkers. Possibly he'll just research Warp Gate tech. But I'm not seeing a forward advanced pylon at all. Ooh, that probe goes the wrong way and actually gets cut off. That's actually a big win there for Skeleblade. JR Blitz has got no forward advanced scout right now. The closest he's got is a probe. He doesn't even have a Zealot out on the map. Meanwhile, Skeleblade does have a forward advanced pylon, or forward advanced probe, and he will have the ability to drop a pylon if need be. Now, we saw this out of JR Blitz the previous day, and now his opponent, Skeleblade, is doing the exact same thing. Instead of taking the Pocket Natural expansion, he's opting to take the forward expansion. Now, this may be easier for warping in reinforcements, but it does lend itself to easier drops. You don't have any detection back here. He has his one Zealot, but it doesn't. You don't want to be putting a Zealot back there the entire game. Maybe he wants, if he drops a pylon or something like that. Ooh, Twilight Cancel is being dropped here from JR Blitz. And he does have 2 Adepts out, so it looks like he's going to try to do a little bit of an Adept aggression. Ooh, the probe there does see the 2 Adepts. He didn't click on the area. He will see them. No, I don't know if he did actually notice them. He may have just saw a little bit of movement across the map. This Twilight Council, when it does complete, it'll start the upgrade for the Adepts to get the higher attack speed, or sorry, higher attack. These Adepts are going to go in here uncontested. One Zealot moves over, tries to take out both of them, but these 2 Adepts will clean up the Zealot very quickly. They do hit quite hard, and the Zealot Psionic Blades are not going to be enough. He does shade, and he's going to try to move away. He's not really moving anywhere. One of them does get up the ramp, and is going to get inside the production line here. He does take a very good look about what's going on. He may get one probe for his troubles. Let's see if he actually gets a second. And it looks like he will get out of there safely. Ooh, this one probe actually... Oh no, it does make it out. Okay, so he does get 2 probes for his troubles. It's not the best trade-off, though, because these do cost 100 minerals and 25 gas. I guess it was an okay trade-off. We're seeing a worker advantage right now for JR Blitz. And JR Blitz fixed his mistake, I guess, from the previous games by taking that forward advanced base. And this time he's taking his base in the back, but he's just transferring workers right now. And his second gas is not even being mined at right now. That's actually very interesting. Skeleblade sitting on a bank of a lot of minerals, opted to take his 3rd base. Same thing for JR Blitz on the other side of the map. He does have an excess of 800 minerals right now, but he's not using any of them. Mothership Core from JR. And Blink also on the way for JR. A lot of defensive structures going down here from skeleblade. Skeleblade isn't quite sure what JR's playstyle is, I think, and maybe he's just looking for a little bit of defense. Or possibly he's, you know, Dark Templars is always a strong play against any of the races. Without that detection early on, it could actually wreak a lot of havoc. Robotics facility. Now that's interesting. So we're going to see Immortals. That's the strong tank unit for the Protoss. Jared Blitz is floating quite a big bank right now. He has spent most of it on gateways here, and he will change them into warp gates when they are complete, and probably do a big warp in. But right now, he is not sitting in a very advantageous position. If there wasn't a attack to come in right now, he would actually get run over. Ooh, Stargate coming out from JR Blitz. Now, there is a bit of an advantage, an obvious advantage right now in Army Supply, but for Skeleblade over JR Blitz. He does have the better econ with 3 Nexuses, and his +1 attack as well as his first Immortal is on the way. JR Blitz has opted to just start his speed for his Zealots as well as a +1 attack. He is getting a probe out for just to figure out, figure out what's happening at his opponent's base, and he's opted to change his tech into Stargate. It's quite a big investment for these warp gates. I guess that's just defensive so they can warp in. And the observer for Skeleblade is going to make his way across the map. He is going to be aware of what's happening here. If he does see that JR Blitz has not expanded to his 3rd, he's going to feel very confident right now about moving out across the map. But so far he's sitting back at home. He's not sure what JR is going to do. He's already seen the Adepts. Mass Adepts is always a problem for any of the units. A big warp in here. And it looks like he's walled himself off a little too well. Skeleblade's observer is just sitting there. I don't think that that is the best position for it right now. Possibly over here, or even just getting right into the line. You can place it right here, and it doesn't actually... The top level players can actually see the shimmer. If you do place it well enough and you put it right here, the camera doesn't actually register the shimmer when it's on top of a complex background like this. He is moving his observer up to the top and then way back down. He's looking for any sort of proxies. But 8 minutes in, if there were a proxy, the attack would have come right now. He's got to be thinking that a fairly standard play is happening. He's just building a very balanced army. He does have a lot of high energy sentries, nearly fully maxed out on one of them, and 3 Immortals. Now that's a pretty decent army supply right now. His opponent on the other side of the map has similar sort of tech, but not enough sentries. So if shields do come into play here, I think the Skeleblade will have an advantage. Now JR Blitz is finally using some of that bank on his minerals and it is catching up in army supply, but his worker count is still behind. Looks like an Oracle has popped, but nope, the observer is not in position to actually catch this right now. It was going to make its way around the outside of the map. Single observer sitting on the front of Skeleblade's ramp here just to view his opponent and just take a look at what's happening. Ooh, this Oracle may do quite a bit of damage right now. There is that single cannon. May get 1 or 2, but he's going to need to get out of there fairly quickly. I do not think... No, Skeleblade does not actually have blink. If he did, he would have been able to blink forward a little bit and actually get a fairly decent attack. And there's also 2 cannons back here. Yeah, this is not going to work here. This may get taken out. If he does move forward, that cannon is going to activate in 2 or 3 shots. It is going to be gone. And it is gone. It only got a few kills for its trouble. That may have not been the best trade-off for JR Blitz. He is, though, building a second Oracle. It seems like it's part of his game plan to be part of his army comp. He is, though, oversaturated greatly at his main base right now. He's going to want to transfer a lot of those drones, and he finally does. Robotics facility here for JR Blitz. And he is supply blocked. Unfortunately, supply blocked. Don't you wish you were tearing at points like this? Wow, really, really, really awesome placement for this probe. He is seeing everything that's happening here. He sees the army comp, knows exactly what's happening, and he gets a full view of the entire army. He knows exactly what's part of it. Let's see how he adjusts. Oh, interesting addition. So he's opting to get the gravatic boosters, which movement speed of observers, be able to get away a little faster. Now, if I was Skeleblade, I would want him to get an Oracle in this army composition and use those... I can't remember what the heck they're called. I'll have to look at that off stream. But to lock down the positions, he isn't going to be able to take out this second Aurora, and this army is going to meet there right now. This looks like a fairly decent advantage for JR Blitz. The Immortal army is just cutting through here. An aggressive blink forward, and he is going to push Skeleblade back. Skeleblade is not looking pretty right now. His army supply is a lot worse. These Immortals are walking into certain doom. Unfortunate rally command, and JR Blitz is feeling pretty good right now. He does have a almost double the supply, actually more than double the supply in army compared to his opponent. He's just going to sit there in the middle of the map. Try to take map control. Skeleblade, though, is going to expand off this. 3 more gateways coming down here from Skeleblade, as well as more Immortals. JR Blitz is opting to push into some Colossus tech, as well as a few more Phoenix. Phoenix, though, are going to be a great addition. If he's able to use those Phoenix effectively and lift up his opponent's Immortals, this Stalker army is going to make quick work of everything. Skeleblade, though, does have a decent... Oh, what is this? Ooh, attack speed of Adepts. Okay, so he looks like he's going to be trying to go for an Adept push. That may not be the best tech choice, right? Like, Stalkers are not considered light, I don't believe. He doesn't have any Adepts currently in the army right now. This may just be trying to maybe do a warp prism drop or some sort of harassment in the back of the base, but this is a long process to be trying to tech up to. Instead, JR Blitz is just going to expand out to his 4th base. He's looking pretty, has the probes ready to be there, and a forward pylon ready for warp-ins. Let's see if he's going to take a look at this 4th base up at the top of the ramp here, or instead he's just going to move into the front of the base. Does see one probe move out across. It's going to take it out, and now Skeleblade must not be feeling very good. There is a humongous army supply and supply advantage for JR Blitz. He has overcharged one of his pylons a little early to try to draw in some of his opponents, but this is looking really good for JR Blitz. This is exactly what he needs to do. Looks like he may just take game 1. Aggressive bring forward up the ramp. He's just going to take out the rest of the army. He needs to focus down the Mothership Core. Mothership Core goes down. Phoenix move in. They are not picking up anything. They're just going to be taken out by the cannons. He finally does pick up an Immortal. Immortal does go down. GG's call from Skeleblade, and JR Blitz takes game 1.